Good morning. Hello and welcome. My name's Jason. The channel is It's Probably Okay, and we're here to play Silence of the Force, a Star Wars actual play using the Demigods rule set hacked into Jedi Gods. It's really just Demigods with the serial numbers filed off, but that's okay because they're my serial numbers and I can do what I want. But I am not driving this bus. Blythe Calla 93 is. Blythe, what's going on?
Not much. I just moved, so forgive me if my green screen is being a little weird because I haven't quite figured out where my stream space is yet. But I'm very happy to be back. I'm very happy to be playing this game. Bear with me if I seem a little frazzled. Moving takes a lot of energy.
Hey, Mrs. Frazzle was a goddamn hero. So
Mrs. Frazzle is Mrs. Frizzle's twin sister who teaches.
That's what I meant to say.
Runs DMs?
Yeah.
Not DMs. Who DMs? But I am very happy to be back. Very happy to see the consequences of the last episode, which if you haven't watched, you should.
It's about to get real spoiled, so.
I want you to stick around, but also it's about to get real spoiled. Let's meet our lovely, lovely, lovely players, who I'm so happy to be back with, starting with Jay.
I knew it. I knew I was going to be first.
It's the law of taking a bite on stream.
Yep. Hi, Jay Hotham here. I am playing Trash Penta. Yes, that's how it's said, and it is what it sounds like. When I was thinking about this intro, I was going to say, call myself a tiefling, but then I remembered that's not this game. I'm a Twi'lek, Jedi school dropout, who's having some complicated feelings about things of late. Just rethinking some priorities, rethinking some goals.
A Twifling.
Twi'leks, the tieflings of the Star Wars universe.
Yes. Yeah, kind
Overly
of.
sexualized. Yeah, I mean, that's...
Yep.
That tracks. All right,
Distinctive
Joey.
physical features. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Joey, it is your turn.
Oh, hi. I'm Joey, and I am playing Master Shio Mark, Jedi Knight, and Master to Kieran Wren. At least I was in the last episode. We'll see what happens this episode. And he's not mad. He's just disappointed. And let the crew know that he was disappointed and how disappointed he was when they decided to put his Padawan in mortal danger and possibly permanently do bad things to him. I'm going to stop talking now because that's not my business to say what happened to Kieran. I think Kieran should say what happened to Kieran. But again, to recap, not mad, disappointed.
It's big dad energy.
So much dad energy. Oscar Isaac dude dad energy.
Yes.
Oh, I can't wait for that. Please don't be bad. Please don't be bad.
I am finger crossing for everything. Though, in good news, Pedro Pascal is playing Joel in The Last of Us, and I am stoked. But all right, Pooja, it's your turn.
Well, hello. I am playing Pooja. Playing Kira. That's a total mood.
Yeah,
Okay.
You're just playing a role. Just always playing a role.
I am Pooja playing Kira. Kieran's twin sister, a Mandalorian by culture and by trade, who will do whatever it takes to protect those she loves. Whatever it takes. And also has this great key that's been helping her do so.
All right, Jason.
Hi, I am Jason. I am playing Kieran Wren, Kira's twin brother, and formerly a consular Jedi student. Big fan of the library. Is an academic and is culturally Mandalorian, and therefore known as the Mandobrarian. Yeah. Whew, okay, got that.
I saw somebody on Twitter with that handle, and I was like,
Mandobrarian is somebody's Twitter handle? That's fair. That's a pretty good portmanteau.
So
Kieran's fine. Kieran's doing great. Kieran's visiting Tahiti.
It's a magical place.
Yeah. But I have a we have to work this out, I suppose. But I have potentially a new character sheet here, depending on what's happening. And and I also wanted to mention, obviously, our friend Rachel is not here today. She is having ongoing scheduling conflict, so we're gonna soldier on without her, and hopefully she'll be able to come back in the future. But we, send good vibes. She's extremely busy and doing lots of awesome things, and that is so cool. So, but we will carry on.
She's on a set.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So I guess I should ask. Well, should I make not a new character? It's still Kieran, but should I switch playbooks based on what happened? Because it seems like I may not be the arcane anymore.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just like, yeah, yes, please.
That was basically Blythe for saying, you fucked around and found out.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, that scene could have gone worse though. So you're very lucky that
For sure.
Also, Luna has come to say hi.
Hi, Luna.
Hi, Luna. Oh, baby girl.
That's so good. She's so good.
100% expected a sudden cat appearance. Thank you, Sailor Moon, for forever associating Luna with cats for me.
I mean, originally I wanted to save the name Luna for a cat, but then we got her, and I was like, but she's so white and blonde like Luna Lovegood, so now she's Luna.
Yeah.
Makes
Well,
100%
that's sweet.
sense.
And we're getting a new addition who will be Chopper.
Yay!
Oh.
So
Chopper.
we're gonna have 3 puppies.
Oh, that's
Such a
great.
cute little pack you're making.
I don't know, she's being really floppy right now and just letting me hug her, so I'm taking advantage of this.
So,
There she goes.
my read on potential playbooks, I think, for becoming a non-force user academic Mandalorian is probably, I think I'm going to go with the Artisan playbook, which mostly matches, I think, what I was going for with the Arcane. And I was just going to swap, because I have like 4 moves unlocked. Can I basically just like remake this in the Artisan, or would you want me to like start over and work my way back up that way? Just purely
No,
thematic.
I mean, just swap, like, you have the same skill sets. Like, it's not, you just can't use the Force anymore. So
Yeah.
technically, if you want to still use a lightsaber, no one's stopping you.
Yeah, because I am trained in how to use one.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So then I'll keep the Epic Armor, Epic Steed, Epic Weapon, because I can replace the jetpack that I lost. But I'll lose Ritual Spellbook. I'll lose Rosetta Stone. Oh, no, that's just knowing languages, so I could probably keep that. But I'll lose the Voice and Counterspell and Spellcasting and...
How you use Rosetta Stone will change. You won't be able, because before it was kind of like you were doing it as like a Force spell type thing. Now it's just like you have to actually know the language. So.
Yeah, and I just know a bunch of languages. Okay, so then the things that I want to take from the Artisan playbook, because I think I'm supposed to have 4 moves. Oh wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. Did I have 5 moves? Did I cheat?
How you might have, but also everybody in chat, this is how you break a system by.
No, there's a thing in here to change playbooks. I'm just not following that because I don't have to.
I made a thing to do exactly this. I just decided not to. I
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to from the Artisan playbook, I'm gonna take. I was tempted to take Driver and try to outpilot Trash, but that's okay. I am gonna take Signature Weapon though, which is when you smite with an epic weapon that you made, you can use Metal instead of Prowess. And so I'm gonna move my stats around a little bit. and then take workshop with like extensive or vast library and like a couple other little things that I assume could be installed in the ship. Does that sound reasonable?
Yeah. Sorry, my dog is.
Yeah.
She left and now she's loud.
Yeah. All right. So so to total up, I've got esoteric, etc. The esoteric knowledge skill from the arcane, and Rosetta Stone from the arcane, and then signature weapon and workshop from the artisan.
Cool.
And then I will be artisan going forward.
Yep.
Cool.
'Cause y'all done fucked around.
Yep.
Found out so many things.
Okay, Luna, please.
You tell him. You tell him, Luna.
I don't know why she's barking. And this neighborhood is really quiet, so I don't know what she's hearing. That's like the worst part. Also, I did see a coyote though the other day.
Oh yeah. We had 2 coyotes running up my street in Burbank.
It climbed out of a tree.
Oh.
Which was the shocking part. Was I was walking my dogs and I hear a rustling and I look up and there's a coyote climbing out of a tree and it just kind of stares at me and I kind of stare at it and slowly start backing away towards my door.
I found a possum in my garage when I was leaving the house the other day.
What?
I was like, buddy, how did you get in here? And then this was like 2 days after seeing what I'm assuming is the same possum, like hanging out outside my back door when I was coming from the car to the door. And I was like, and he was like, and we did that weird, like, awkward staring thing for a good 30 seconds before he was like, bye, and just made his way back to the yard. But the other morning it was hilarious because he must have been in there all night.
Oh.
And I had to I opened the door and I got the car out of the way. I was like, no, you're just gonna, you don't want to go anywhere. And I had to go around the back and open up the other door and then move out of the way. And he finally wandered out and then I was closing everything up. But it was just they're so creepy in person.
They really are.
It looks so kind of scary cute on the internet. And in person, it's are you gonna chew my throat out?
No, the answer is
You're
they
so
are terrified
small.
of you.
Yep. Yep. They make that face and they're not actually going to do anything about it.
No, I find possums really cute though, but I'm so used to them from Florida. So many of them just and I'm like, you're just terrified. You're scared and anxious and I relate to you.
That actually makes me feel a lot better, so thank you. I'm like, oh, you just feel the same way I do. Okay.
They're just because the next thing they would do if you actually scared them is play dead. They just kind of go into they don't have a mean bone in their body. They're just tiny and anxious. Sorry, Florida. I know anyone from the South and the humidity and the weird swamp places knows there's lots of weird critters.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's just in Louisiana, I never saw a live one.
Oh wow.
Because
people.
I don't know, they just weren't around. I'm assuming other things ate them. Because we had, at least around where I grew up, there was just so many snakes.
Oh yeah.
I once saw a runner snake wrap 3 times around one of our Japanese magnolias. My dad was like, come check this out. And I was like, I'm never going outside again, thanks.
I think the worst for me, snake-wise, the worst for me was when my dog in Florida killed one. It was just a black racer, so it wasn't anything dangerous, thankfully. But I come outside and my dog is just mauled one, and I was like, buddy, I'm a little bit scared of you right now. I'm gonna come. I had to take my dog inside and clean him off. And I was just I don't know what to do. because it's just in your nature. Like you're just protecting yourself, probably. But I actually like snakes. I don't know. I like all the weird critters. Just I'm a weird person who likes animals a lot.
Got to hold a baby gator at my sister's wedding, and I fell in love.
They're so sweet. They're so
They're so cute and like
Hey.
tiny and all their little tiny sharp teeth.
Hey, Blythe.
yeah.
If I were to take the automaton gift, could it be the little like backpack robot that the what's his face has in the video game?
BD1?
Yeah.
I love him!
I love it.
Yes.
I
Yes,
can have
you
a BD one.
BD. You can have a BD,
Okay.
but we'll have to give him a new name. So
Okay.
come up with a name for your little droid.
BD2. What about BDI? This is the letter I.
Clever. All right. Once you're done with that, though, because
Oh yeah, I'm
did-
good to go. Yep.
Okay. We left off at a very big cliffhanger with Kira last
I don't know what you're talking
time,
about. Everything was fine.
using her. Wow, I just realized the pun with the key and the Kira and the Kira. You were using your key to open the holocron, if I remember correctly. And maybe learn some things about how to protect your brother after what happened.
Mhm.
That right? You
Yes,
opened
I
the
would say
holocron?
that the key was helping me figure out how to best protect Kieran. And possibly how to reconnect him to the Force, maybe. I don't know. Mostly just protect him. I want to protect bro. He almost died. It's not okay.
Okay, well,
Whose
you're
fault is
going. I'm gonna. From that, I'm gonna give you an arc. You are allowed to pick one move from the arcane playbook by doing this. But you are also. I'm pretty sure I made you take a dark side point for that.
Oh boy.
All right. So while Kira is learning things from the Sith holocron, what is? Did everyone else like go to bed? Sorry, it's been a few weeks.
that?
Yeah, let's remind us where we left off because I vaguely remember.
If someone wants to take a thread, they can recap, or we could just kind of go into what scenes you're doing on the ship after the events. Because last time you entered a Sith temple on Moraband, and Kieran got kidnapped by the big bad evil person.
Right, and they stripped him from the Force, but then we got back to the ship, right?
Yes,
Mhm.
you
And-
collapsed the temple, or you collapsed part of the temple at the least.
Well, because we blew up a giant kyber crystal.
We.
Group effort.
I mean, it was
I-
actually really cool. I
I blew up a kyber crystal in order
That's
to save my
right.
brother's life, and I'd do it again.
That's right.
I am glad you did, because otherwise we would be rolling a new character.
And Trash found like a separate treasure place.
Oh yeah, I got a bunch.
in somebody's like you robbed somebody's grave.
I robbed a grave. That's
and
right.
you
I
found your
did.
own holocron.
I've got a whole bunch of stuff. I got another holocron. I got a bunch of gold. It's great.
I mean, technically, it's just one because they took the other one from us.
That's true.
Rude.
So rude.
Mhm. Yes, I am the bad guy here.
Yep, that's how I
Duh.
remember it.
I remember discussing this game, and Jason was like, "This is made for like light side. We're all generally pretty good."
That didn't keep. Nope.
Okay, and then Joey,
hmm
what? Shio helped all of this, so you were able to save Kieran,
Right.
and now you are full dad disappointed mode.
Oh, I gave a beautiful speech,
That's right.
which I thought was going to be very effective.
What's that?
But definitely made things worse.
Yep, probably. And he went and he's sitting in the med bay with Kieran. Like he is at Kieran's side trying to assess what damage has been done, if it's reversible. Because he feels he failed. He failed his Padawan, which sucks.
Okay, so while you're in the med bay, your little comm is gonna get a message from Solana. because she has not been able to reach you
Mm-hmm.
Hmm?
and is now just contacting you directly. Master Shio, please tell me you're here. I have not been able to get through to you. Trash does not seem to be putting my messages through. Where are you?
You've been trying to reach me.
Yes, I've left several messages with Trash, and I assumed you would get back to me.
I assure you I received none of these messages.
Hmm.
Things are not going well, to be honest. We have the holocron and a lot more.
Why haven't you returned with the holocron?
That's a great question. It seems that Trash decided to make a detour at Moraband.
You're at Moraband?
We're leaving now.
I explicitly gave you instructions not to go there. It
I
was
assure-
just get the holocron and get back.
I assure you, Master, that was the plan. I was unaware that Trash was taking us to Moraband until we were already here. I attempted to get us off planet as quickly as possible, but unfortunately, 2 of our compatriots decided to venture into a Sith temple, stir up trouble, and at this point, I don't know what is wrong with my Padawan.
You went into a Sith temple? You know how dangerous that is.
I am aware, Master, but my Padawan went in following his sister, and I couldn't leave him there. So I went to retrieve them to bring them back out. And unfortunately, by the time I found him, he had been captured. They have done something to him. I can't feel him in the Force. He is alive. He's aware of things, but he's absent from the Force.
This is troubling news.
I understand, Master, and I don't know what to do.
Well, get back to Breldune immediately.
Yes,
And make sure no one is following you.
Yes. That is the plan.
I have a lot of questions for when you get here. For now, rest. We're going to be looking into the matter as much as possible, but we need the holocron, and now I need details on the Sith temple that you can give us.
Of course, Master. I look forward to giving you a full report.
Okay. And once again, make sure we can't have an attack on the temple, so please try to make sure that you are not followed.
Yes, Master.
And the Force be with you.
And with your spirit.
Yeah. All right. So, Kira, as you open this Sith holocron, it begins to it's a basically kind of like a big bright light, and it begins to levitate. And then it starts to give you access to different lessons and there's like fighting combat things and force things, and it's a whole wealth of information. It seems that whoever had this Sith holocron was packing a lot in here. And as you're going through, you're able to kind of pick and choose and study and learn different things. But there is nothing on how to reverse the process for Kieran. But it does mean, like I said, you'll get to pick a new move from the Arcane Playbook. So you
I picked Shields Up. I can spend a thread to reduce harm by my weird attribute.
good. I see a cat attacking your face.
She's not attacking. She just really likes to pet me as she's being pet. And try to stick her paw in my mouth.
Oh, cats.
But in case anyone is wondering, yes, this is why I keep her claws trimmed down.
That's valid. And Trash, what are you? I mean, you've got a new holocron. You've got a bunch of riches. You've got stuff
Yeah.
to sell. Like,
Yeah,
you're
I mean,
doing great.
I've just been securing all that stuff, you know. I'm curious about the holocron, played with a little. Not going to open it. Not yet. Not here. Maybe later. But definitely like squirreling away all the money, all the, well, not money, but all the sort of fancy looking stuff, figuring, you know, I'll probably try to sell some of this when we get back to Breldoon.
Okay. And you are headed to Breldoon?
We are headed to Breldoon. It is locked in. Just because there's nowhere else cool for us to go yet.
Okay.
So it's locked in for the moment.
Yeah. I mean, listen, if someone had a better idea of somewhere else to go, I did for a moment think maybe we should just go to Coruscant. Because then I can like sell this stuff. But might as well get rid of the like sticks in the mud that are slowing us down.
I mean, Coruscant is an option.
It is. It is.
No one can stop you.
No, they can't.
I don't know. I did a pretty good job of flying the ship last time.
Did you though?
We didn't die.
Also, it's my ship, so once you leave, I can go anywhere.
Sure.
So, you know, just thinking, just cogitating on a couple of options.
Do you make any contacts or reach out to anyone you could sell the stuff to?
Not yet. I'm going to see what I can do on Breldoon yet. Breldoon first.
There is a hut and French Twi'lek. Oh, God. There are characters whose voices I have to do.
That's right.
There's a sommelier.
Hey, I love her. I just do a very bad accent for her. I love her and her non-binary partner. Okay, so are you checking to make sure that like nothing is following you off of Morbid?
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the cockpit first to confirm that we are headed to Breldoon.
Okay.
And then start looking at our sensors, make sure we aren't being
We aren't being followed. Jeez.
Forgive me if I don't believe you right away.
Okay, but trust me, you know, I mean, fine.
Trust
Make
you,
a
that
judgment
is
roll.
novel. What do you mean to roll?
Judgment to make sure that you are reading the scene.
Lord.
Possibly.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's not bad. That's an 8.
Okay. As far as you know, no one is following you.
Okay.
I told you, no one is following us.
Yes, you also told me we were headed to Breldoon and then we were headed to Moraband. So forgive me if I'm not completely believing everything you're telling me right now, Trash.
When you asked me we were heading to Breldoon, and then it occurred to me it was just easier for us to go to Moraband. Things change, you know? It's a shifting situation. You got to be comfortable just rolling with the punches, man.
Shio's going to look at him and just shake his head and walk back to Kieran's bed in the med bay.
All right.
Trash, also make a judgment roll.
Remind me of what my judgment is. It's so good. My judgment is so good.
You are all very good at judging how to
I am not good at judgment at all.
Hey, I'm good at judging. I'm not good at judgment.
Oh, shit, though. But that's an 11 on the dice, so that's a 10.
Nice.
Cool. You notice a concerning. There might be someone following you.
Might be?
You keep. It's like for like a second you see something blip on the radar that looks like it could be a ship following you, but then it seems to kind of blip off. Almost
Following
like
us in hyperspace?
yes.
Okay.
All right.
That technology exists as of a few different things, so that technology
Yeah.
exists.
All right.
I was just making sure that's what we were talking about, was the hyperspace part of the journey.
And I'm like, that technology exists in Rebels and in The Last Jedi, so it's allowed. But it's almost like You see it for like a second, and then it's kind of like it goes whoop, and then kind of goes away.
Okay.
Like maybe they have some pretty good cloaking technology, but it's like limited on how they can use it.
All right.
It's up to you to tell. I mean, you don't have to
I'm
tell.
I'm not telling anyone about it. I'm just trying to think, like, what do I want to do about it?
That's fair.
Yeah, I'm not going to do anything for right now.
Okay. The hyperspace journey from Moraband to Breldun is not a short one, comparatively, because let's just say Moraband was way out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
I'm plugging in my charger for a second.
We had to have all that time for the drama.
But
The drama before this drama.
the ship doesn't seem to be bothering you, just following you.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there are lots of reasons someone would be following us. I'm not too concerned yet because they're not shooting at me. So it doesn't seem like it's my problem right now.
It definitely doesn't seem aggressive, and when it does appear, it seems like it's kept a good distance from you.
All right. I mean, listen, as long as they're not trying to steal my stuff, I don't really care
Okay.
at this juncture.
So yeah, you have a ship following you. Sorry, it was a very hard roll to find that ship.
Yep, no worries.
So yeah, you arrive at Breldun, mostly in one piece. Kieran, you do start to kind of wake up and probably feel like crap.
Yeah.
Effectively.
Should I still have some harm marked, or just the spiritually wrecked?
Spiritually wrecked. Your harm is, I mean, you were in the med bay for this whole journey.
Yeah.
You're fine.
Cool.
When you get there, does anyone let Dian out of her room so she can just go to the temple?
I'm sure. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. When we land, absolutely.
Okay, so Dian goes to the temple and goes to join her Jedi Master and is like, not happy with you all. Yeah, it's literally as she walks away. It's just like, she's very upset.
Messy.
So yeah, she goes back to her master. You have to get into your little speeder because you're still not allowed to land anywhere near the temple. But you notice, as you're getting into your speeder, that there is Solana and about 4 or 5 other Jedi with her. And she is at your platform instead of at the temple. Because, well. So what do you do as you approach her? Because she's not, she basically is like, no, you're not leaving. You're not coming to the temple yet.
Mm-hmm. When I land, can I see her?
Yeah.
Well, I'm staying on the ship then.
Okay.
I don't need to get yelled at.
Trash, she is going to need a full report from everybody.
You were there. You know what happened.
Yes, but there were some parts where we weren't together. I don't know what you saw. We need all the information we can muster.
Kira and I told you everything that happened, so I feel like you know everything that happened.
Well, then you can tell her that.
You could tell her that, though, right? I mean, you could tell her you know everything that happened and then tell her everything that happened, so... Or if she really needs to see me, just call me on the comms. I'm just going to be sitting here on the ship, like, doing my own thing.
Well, I'm sure that you'll have no problem if she wants to come aboard and speak to you.
I mean, I guess, yeah, sure. If she wants to, but you should go talk to her first.
Mm-hmm.
She's your boss, man. I just fly the ship.
I would love to do that thing where I see what he's about. What's it called? Pierce the Veil. That's the one. Judgment.
And I think you have to take a special skill to not roll judgment on that one.
Oh, that's not bad. That is a 9. A 5 and a 4 is 9.
So pick some questions.
How can I get this person to come off the ship?
Trash.
I mean, you'd have to find a way to make it worth my while.
Okay. Makes sense. Second question. Let's see. What happened to this person recently?
I found a bunch of cool shit.
Okay.
That I'm not letting you see.
Of course not.
No.
All right. So she is going to take a second, and having gathered this information through the Force, he has his back to you as he was kind of getting ready to walk out and turns around. You know, those items that you found in the Sith Temple would probably be better auctioned if you knew what they were. I'm sure the Master and her compatriots can give you a full rundown of what you found.
Are you trying to use the Force on me at all, or are you just making this argument?
I'm just making this argument.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess. Well, you go out there and let me go and see what I've got.
Very well, then.
And, I'll join you out there in a second. But you don't want to keep her waiting.
Of course not. And if money is all that you care about, then that's what you'll receive. And he will
Starts counting out 30 pieces of silver.
he will head over and head down the ramp with, I'm assuming, Kira and Kieran. If y'all make me sheepdog you off this ship.
I don't know. Taking care of Kieran is the most important thing.
Kieran, are you ready to meet with Master Solana?
I think so. I think I'm just gonna wear the robes for now. The armor is a little heavy, so I think I'll leave it on the ship for now.
Of course. Whatever makes you comfortable.
And so yeah, Kieran gets out of the med bay bed and has, like a couple things around that, like his lightsaber's there that he's sort of like holding on to, like puts it on his belt and unclips it and puts it on his belt and unclips it, and is just a little bit, restless, but otherwise is ready to go. He's usually a little bit more energetic. Chipper's probably the wrong word, but he's like aggressively curious about the world around him, and that's turned down a lot. So yeah, he's
Okay. So you all but Trash get off the ship. And Solana is there with fully armed to the armored and armed Jedi.
Question, do I know where the holocron we got from, not Moraband, but the other...
Yeah, the first holocron.
Yeah, do you know where that is?
And as far as you're concerned, the only holocron.
Right, that's, absolutely the only holocron on board the ship.
So, okay, I have to walk back a little because Deanne hid it in her room. Trash realized that. Trash took it out of the room.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't remember what Trash did with it after that.
Then we tried to open it.
Right. Then we tried to open it, And then
It
you
was-
took it after that, Chio, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Shio guarded it, and then
was
the-
in possession of Holocron 1.
Okay.
Holocron
You
1.
do know where it is and have
Okay,
it.
I
Yeah,
couldn't
you've got
remember
Holocron 1.
because I know that Kira was opening a holocron. I couldn't
Mhm.
remember if that was the okay.
That's
So there are
Holocron 2.
3 holocrons.
There are
And
3
Holocron
holocrons
3 is Trashes.
on
Right,
the ship
okay.
right now, and you.
I
only
thought
aware of
I thought number 2 was Trashes. I forgot that you also had one. Okay,
Yep.
No.
Everyone gets a holocron.
they're like tribbles. They just pop up out of nowhere.
I mean, to be fair, they are like books, essentially. They
Oh,
have
of
a bunch
course.
information.
Yeah, they're just books. I don't
Okay.
understand why everyone's so scared of them.
Then I will have the holocron in my possession when I go to meet Master Solana.
Okay. So when you all get down there, her arm, she has like, they all basically have their hands on their lightsabers at the ready. She is with a bunch of sentinels. Not sentinels, guardians. Wow. I messed up my lore there.
Sentinels wouldn't be out of the question at this point.
No, but they're temple guardians, which is essentially kind of what sentinel became.
We're talking about the 30-foot tall mutant hunting sentinels.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, me too.
How dare you?
Uh,
Visceral reaction to them. I have a visceral reaction to the X-Men Sentinels. I can't explain it. It's a whole long story.
All right.
I mean, I get it. But as an X-Men fan, I get it. And she basically, she looks you over. She notices. She's just like, "Where's Trash?"
On board the ship, I attempted to get him to join us, and he feels like I know everything he knows, which I don't feel is true. Would you agree with that, Kira?
I don't speak for Trash.
Just your
Nor was I
opinion.
actually part of that conversation, so
Just wanted to get your opinion.
first time for everything.
And a reminder to the audience: Solana is a mirror Luca. So this next question: where is Kieran? She can't see him.
Kieran is right here, Master. It's like I said when we spoke earlier. I'm afraid that the effects of what happened to him have not been reversed. And Shio's like trying to like keep a calm voice, and there's a bit of a waver in that voice.
And at that point, Kieran steps forward, which I'm sure is like, he makes noise as he moves. So just steps forward and reaches out to take Solana's hand, unless the guard chops my arm off or something.
Oh, she kind of does one of those like reach out. Like,
Yeah.
It's very unusual that she can't see someone. So she kind of like, when Shio says he's right here, she kind of like reaches a hand forward
Right.
for you to.
Yeah. So I take her hand in mine, and then with my other hand, I take my lightsaber off my belt and I put it in her hand. And I tell her, Master Solana, I thank you for my time here. I will clear out my quarters. I can no longer be of service to the Order.
She pauses as she holds her lightsaber, kind of once again kind of puts her hand out for you to kind of grab it so she's like, come on. Do you take it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then so she kind of sits there and tries to focus for a moment through the Force. And then she gets a very concerned look on her face and kind of puts her hand down and holds her lightsaber. She's like, keep it. It's yours.
Okay.
You built it. But I don't think clearing out your quarters will be necessary for now. We are not sure the nature of this thing, but we would definitely like you to stay a member of the Order until we know for sure that this is permanent.
Well,
You are a valued Padawan.
maybe I can be of some help so we'll know how to help the next person.
Yes, I think that would be wise. She kind of keeps trying to feel through the forest, and she's just very concerned. She's like, I don't like that I can't see you. And she turns to Shio. We do need all of you to come with us,
I understand, Master.
including Trash.
Shu's gonna talk for a minute, kind of detailing a bit of his conversation with Trash, but during that time, he's trying to, like, through the Force, give her the sense that Kira and Trash are in trouble.
She kind of smirks at you. She doesn't say anything, but you get the feeling she knows, which is why she has armed people with her. And she's like, kind of just moves her hand, motions her hand, and the guardians start going towards the ship.
I am aware of this.
I mean, if you're watching, you can see them coming towards the ship.
Yeah, I don't feel real good about that. So I'm gonna pull up the gangplank.
You feel there's like 5 of these, and they all at once start using the force to stop it from coming down, from going up.
Oh well, then now I'm gonna fly away.
You definitely feel resistance.
That doesn't. Well,
It's not completely. Give me a flying. Like, give me a check for your.
Can I make this an opposed roll? I think Shio would try to help the Guardians keep the ship from flying away.
Sure. Let's see. Because Trash is also good at piloting, and I'm going to give you a chance to get away on this.
hold on one second. I'm just gonna look over here if there's anything that I've got going on. No, none of the stuff that I've added will help. All right, cool. So I'm just gonna fly. So this is a metal roll.
Yeah.
I presume.
Yes. And we'll do opposed metal checks.
Oh, metal? Okay.
Uh,
Not weird for force using?
Just for simplicity, we're gonna, because you're both kind of stressed.
Okay.
dang it.
But Shio, you do get a plus 1 to it because of the help from the Sentinels. Yeah, Guardians. God damn it.
Guardian Sentinels.
You go first, Shio.
Well, I've got a 7.
Damn it. I got a 6.
Oh, and that's double, so I get a thread.
Okay. I mean, that is like so minute. Yeah, I mean, you feel like you're getting it. You feel like, you know what, the ship is coming off the ground. Like, you're like, cool. This is great. This is fine. And then, as you do that, you feel the ship being forced back down, which works for a really good pun here. The ship being forced back down by presumably the Guardians and Shio. So you can keep trying to fly away if you want.
Do we have weapons?
Yeah, I mean, you have, every ship comes equipped with some basic.
Now, I'm not trying to hurt anybody. Just to be clear here, I am not trying to hurt anyone. But if I were to, I don't know, shoot a blaster in their general direction, would that break their concentration?
Yes.
So
Crash, if you shoot at me and my brother, I will blow you up.
I'm not shooting at you and your brother. I am shooting in the general direction of the Sentinels, or Guardians, or whatever the hell it is.
You're all in the same general direction.
Just the same.
Yeah, to be fair, the way it's happened is you went to like the where you would normally jump in your speeder to go, You're over there, and the guardians have kind of walked a little bit away from you, so you're not like right next to each other.
Yeah.
Just to be fair.
I'm just
But-
gonna shoot a little. I'm just shooting.
Depending on how this roll goes.
I'm just gonna shoot a little.
Roll me. What is your?
Well, okay. So I guess this is smite my enemies.
It is. It is. So prowess, unless you have something that lets you roll.
And I
something.
do. I've got what's over there, so I can use awe instead of prowess. And I'm not choosing exchange harm. I'm trying to take something from them.
Okay.
Or concentration.
Okay.
So of course that one is 11 on the dice, +1 for the awe, so that's a 12.
So yeah, pick 3.
You
don't have to pick exchange harm. That is an option.
I am not picking exchange harm. You know what I'm gonna do? Oh god, I'm a dick. So 1, yes, I want to take their concentration from them. 2, I'd like to make an opening for an ally, and kind of assume that Kira would get the hint as to what's going on. Just putting it out there. Just putting the vibe of maybe we should just get the hell out of here out there. And what's my third thing? So that's, yeah. So make an opening for an enemy for a plus forward, and gain an advantageous position.
Yep. So the way I'm going to say that kind of plays out is you shoot. The Guardians their focus goes from trying to pull the ship down to deflecting the blasters, and kind of shielding themselves from that. You fly up, and you're able to get into a position to where if Kira wants to hop back on the ship using her jetpack, she can.
Can I bring Karen with me?
I mean, he doesn't have his jetpack.
Right, it got blown up, I think. Right?
It did. So it's going to be a little harder to grab him and take him with you. You only have like a second to think about this, so it's you can go or you can stay.
Oh, I'm going. They sent armed guards after us. But I'm not leaving him. And I'm not leaving him someplace where he's going to be some kind of like lab rat.
I mean, they want to help him.
Yeah, they're so good at that. We have all this knowledge that they just refuse to even look at. There's got to be a way we can help him.
I mean, they have a set research team for that knowledge. Who opens those holocrons and studies them. They're just all a little weird.
They're the Jedi Bad Batch.
Kinda. Basically,
Oh God, I hope not.
It's basically the best comparison I have is unfortunately Harry Potter, but they're kind of the Department of Mysteries people.
Yep.
Like they study a lot of very strange and weird artifacts, and it seems some of them are a little bit off because of it.
Yep.
They messed with something they shouldn't have, or
Yeah, I just don't trust a bunch of people. Like, this is obviously a lot different than every other time we've come back, and I don't trust it. And I'm not leaving Kieran, so.
Well, if you want to take Kieran, it's going to be, well, it's up to Kieran if Kieran wants to go, or if Kieran wants to stay. So there's going to be that part of it, and
I think in that moment where Kira's getting ready to go. Oh, sorry. Did I interrupt?
Oh, I was just gonna say, however this plays out, Pooja will have to roll metal, unless you just want to go on your own. If you just want to go on your own, you can just do it. But if you want to take Kieran, it's going to be metal, and then depending on how Kieran reacts, it might be opposed. There's a few things happening here.
Sure. So as it's clear, like I can just tell Kira's body language, right, that she's getting ready to go.
Yeah,
like,
I feel like I've stuck close to you this whole time. Like I'm not.
Yeah.
You're not. Yeah, no.
that makes sense to me. But I think he just is like grabs your forearm and is like, Kira, Trash is wrong on this one, and we need more than 2 people to figure this out. I don't think this is the right move.
Okay. High or low?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Hi.
And I stand down, like I relax a little bit, and I kind of like just minutely shake my head at the ship.
Okay.
Okay. Solana, you can kind of see that Solana smiles a little bit. Like, you can tell that puts her a little bit at ease because she doesn't want her to do this. But
I mean,
also-
she was the one who is doing this.
Yes.
This
But
is
she
some
doesn't
like
trust-
Civil War II energy right now. If you hadn't escalated, it wouldn't have escalated.
She's like, she knows Trash isn't going to come out. So, yeah. Okay, Trash, you notice
Alright.
there is not coming.
Cool. Well, then
And you have a second to get away.
I am gonna fly away.
Okay. Trash has flown off. Solana frowns at that, but it looks at Kira and is like, thank you for staying. Though I need you to give me the key you have in your pocket.
No.
Kira. She holds out her hand.
What key do you have?
The same one I've had since the beginning. Y'all sent me in to get the key.
Did we know that you had the key?
Like, I went in and got the thing and came out.
You didn't know she kept it.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, y'all's assumptions are not my problem. But
We're only trying to help.
Yeah. So my question stands. What key do you have?
I'm also going to need all 3 of the holocrons, including the one Trash flew off with.
3?
Like, you can't hide from Amir Luca except for in rare cases.
he's not hiding. Why do you make it sound like he's like doing it on purpose?
And clearly he didn't want to come off the ship and he ran for a reason.
I'm not talking about Trash.
Who are we talking about? What's happening?
Because, like, I totally misunderstood that and thought she was casting aspersions on Kieran.
No. Oh, she kind of like, Kira, I have no aspersions for your brother. Your brother is a valued member of this temple. And even if he never does get his connection back to the Force, his research is invaluable. He will remain a member regardless. Unless he chooses otherwise. She kind of looks at, so she's saying this to Kira
Yeah.
because
There is so much talking about you like you're not actually here right now.
Kieran is kind of half out of it anyway. Like, he's in his own head about a lot of stuff. Probably feeling sorry for himself a little bit, that whole thing. And then he goes, oh, hell, my armor. And looks up after where Trash just went. And it's like the first time his eyes have been like lit up and is 100% present. And it's like, God damn it. But try to raise Trash on the comm link.
okay.
We have those little like thumb button weirdo comms. But yeah.
Is Trash responding?
Oh no. Beep. You've reached Trash Penta. He's not available right now.
So I'm just gonna go, Trash, come back before this is worse. No one's gonna hurt you. That stuff doesn't all belong to you. Not everything on that ship belongs to you. And you need to come back.
To be fair, Mandalorian armor is.
It's real valuable.
Yes, it
That's
is.
real. That's real
And
valuable
it's
stuff.
real mine.
Man. All right. So Solana's just like, I need you all to come to the temple with me. We will figure out Trash's situation.
Could I try to do a sway someone roll just to see how Trash reacts to it? Like, he doesn't have to follow it, but
Sure.
Is that okay?
That's fine by me.
Okay. Oh, sorry. There's a lot. I don't know if you can hear the there's
No,
activity
you're good.
here at the house. Well, that's a 3. So
Yup.
my argument was made.
Your message was received.
Okay. Solana kind of motions for the Guardians to come back, and she whispers something to one of them, and then there's a speeder waiting, and she's like, "Well, everybody."
Shio's gonna go and put a comforting hand, or what he thinks is at least a comforting hand, on Kieran's shoulder. We're gonna get through this.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. And then Solana's just like, when we get there, you can give me the key and the holocron, Kira. And for now, everybody relax. And that is
No
not...
one relaxed.
And this worked about as well as anyone who told someone else to just calm down ever.
Though she kind of looks at Kira and she's just like, and that is not up for question. Like, you have a very, like, when she says you can give it to me when we get to the temple, like, it's very clear she's going to try and get this from you one way or another. But you are all headed there.
On the way, kind of to the side with Kira, I'm just gonna say, like, Kira, we were sent to get things for the temple. We weren't sent for like personal plunder. Like, they hired
It's
us
not
to go do a
personal-
thing.
It's not personal plunder. It's something that I found that helped me save you.
And maybe it can save
I
other
didn't
people.
want you to be dead.
And maybe
And
it could save
at
other people too.
At every turn, the only thing that I was told by your master is how wrong and how inadequate I have been.
I've never called you inadequate.
I am not talking to you.
Oh,
It's the job. They sent us to do a thing. And we said we would do the thing. We did most of the thing, and now we have to finish it. And finishing it is giving them the thing they sent us to get.
Which Shio has.
We can't be
Kieran-
that literal.
Kieran, you have no idea how much knowledge, how much good the things in this can do, the things that this can teach people that they just decided no one but them deserves to know.
I don't
And then
disagree.
they use that knowledge, to claim superiority over everyone else.
That's not what this order's been doing. I grew up here. That's not That's not what we do with this knowledge. And you're absolutely right. We don't know how much
they
good
do
it
nothing
can do.
with it. They do nothing with it.
Well, I don't know what you and I are going to do with it. Like, we need a team of researchers. It's bigger than you or me. This is a big deal. We can't just take this out and like whip it around and save the galaxy. Like, it's gonna take people and knowledge and expertise and resources and more than what you and I've got. And if it turns out to be super dangerous, it should be locked up.
It's all knowledge is dangerous in the wrong hands, Kieran. And you were the one who taught me about learning as much as you could, and in that it's about what you do with that knowledge. You were the one who taught me that.
We don't use disintegrators anymore, do we?
No.
How come?
Because there are lines in the sand that we don't cross. But we also trust people not to cross them.
Well, we have to know where the line is. And we don't right now. We don't know anything about this thing. And I get it. You were able to help me, and I'm grateful for that. But we don't know what else it could do, or we don't know what cost it might demand. I paid a price for being at the wrong place at the wrong time, and it wasn't even directly related to this stuff. It was just around being in a place we weren't supposed to be in. I don't know why Trash brought us to Moraband, but that's not where we were supposed to be.
Being where we were supposed to be didn't save us from the Children of the Void the first time.
Well, none of us were grievously injured in that encounter. It's not like we're going to avoid all danger forever, but there's a degree.
I know. And I'll do whatever it takes to make sure that that never happens again.
Well,
And I can get stronger for the both of us.
in what? Sorry?
And I can get stronger for the both of us.
Well,
And I do not want them to take that from me. And it's been explicitly clear that Shio doesn't want it.
why don't you study it with the research team? I'm sure they'd appreciate your expertise and experience.
Can you help me convince them that that's something that they can do?
I would
Because
absolutely, I would insist.
From jump, they just want to take it. Shio tried to convince you that I was turning evil.
I don't know if that's exactly the argument he made. Maybe I misunderstood, but I'm sorry that it made you feel that way. That's not cool.
They called me tainted.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Well, if it matters, I don't need a Jedi Master anymore. So
I don't want to take you from the things that you love.
I am not being taken. I have been taken. This thing has been taken from me. And
I want you to get it back.
I can't. I've spent a bunch of days thinking about that. And I can't sit around hoping for something that may never come. And really, this is how lots of people live. And I can't look down on that or consider it less than. It's different. and I am better off accepting that than trying to find some magical solution that might take it from someone else or hurt someone, or, you know, we need more information. We have to research the things that were responsible for this and make sure it doesn't happen to anyone else, and then see what happens next. That's my biggest concern.
Okay. Then I'll research it with them. But I won't let them just shut me out.
I don't want them to either. That's not acceptable. You are the foremost knowledgeable person on the subject right now. So we'll have to do that.
Okay. Shio, are you asking Solon anything or trying to talk to anyone?
No, I don't think. I think he was paying attention as much of that conversation as he could. Like, yeah, Kieran gets it. What do you mean you don't need a master anymore? That whole up and down and experiencing the triumphs and failures in that conversation. So he's a bit in his feelings about it. And doesn't want to say anything in front of them, and he wants to like give a debriefing to Solana, detailing everything. That way, no one's feelings get hurt when he says things like tainted.
Could not use
Yeah.
the word tainted.
Yeah. Solana's been eavesdropping the whole time. Like, one of the Guardians is driving, and she was straight up just like...
Leans real far back in that seat.
Like, she's like, bitch, I don't have eyes, I have just lots of senses. So hope you're okay with the fact that she heard everything. But she said,
You know, like, all up in my feelings and definitely making all those great judgment calls.
she does one of those where you can't tell if she's asleep, meditating, or like you can't really tell what she's doing, but she definitely heard everything because you're in the same car. So Trash,
Yeah.
you arrive at Coruscant.
Cool.
The hyperspace lane from Breldune is pretty convenient.
Yep.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't use the Jedi landing pad.
No, I'm not doing that.
Okay.
No, I'm staying far away from anything Jedi related. I've on the way, I made some calls to connect with. We had a hut here? Did we have a hut here? Trying to remember if we have a hut here.
The hut's on Breldune, but you have, you have other.
Well, on my way here, I called our hut friend on Breldune and was like, "Hey, I kind of need to get off the grid for a bit. Kind of need to lay low. I will definitely make it worth your time because I've got some pretty sweet artifacts that will probably fetch a pretty good penny on the black market."
She agrees. Her her Twi'lek translator kind of nods at you and is like, "All right, but the hut would like you to bring back someone of most importance," and sends you a bounty for a Mandalorian, which has been around before. But it's basically like, get that person and don't worry about the money.
Okay.
Clearly they want this person more than they want money.
All right. Well, I will try to track this person down as long as they can give me a place to stash the ship, and things like that.
Okay. And then the hut points you to a place on level 1313 to where you can kind of hide out and hide the ship.
Awesome.
So, yeah, you're able to hide the ship. You're able to get down to the kind of the underbelly market area.
Mm-hmm.
And the bounty punk doesn't have any information on the Mandalorian, but you have a feeling you could go ask around, probably meet up with Reyes, the main guy who gives bounties.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the place I go looking for.
Okay. You go back to that bar. He's still there. He's still got a line.
Yeah.
But he sees you, and he seems to know he needs to talk to you.
Cool.
So he kind of told one of his like manservants to hold up the line for a second, and I don't remember what his voice was. I think he was British. Coruscanti is British. So he pulls you over and is like, Pratt, was it?
Yeah. I think our mutual friend maybe reached out to you.
Yes, I've heard about your predicament, and that you may also have a good deal of goods, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
I'll point you in the direction of where to sell those.
Great.
But first, they told me you're after the Mandalorian.
Apparently.
All I know is the hut. People really like to steal from this hut.
Yeah, way too many. It makes you wonder, huh?
It really does. This person is they consider themselves something of an archaeologist. That's what
Interesting.
they like going to temples and raiding and then selling them to museums for pretty price. So I've heard a rumor that they might be here on Coruscant to make a sell,
Great.
which is where your goods come in handy. I'm assuming whatever you sounded like whatever you stole was
Stole.
possibly historical.
Procured. Discovered.
He laughs, of course. Also, I do hope you'll put me through. I hope your friend Shio is doing well.
Last I saw, Shio was doing great. Just great.
That's good to hear. I hope to see him again sometime.
Last I saw,
But
Shio was
first,
doing great.
I need you. Use your goods, get your way into this museum, and see if you can spot this Mandalorian. I need you. It's something of a heist. Use your goods, get your way. You get to keep all the money you earn, and
Great.
see if you can spot this Mandalorian.
Great. You know which museum?
Something of a heist. Yes, it's. You get to keep all the money you earn.
Hold on a second. I have somehow doubled our
Great. You know which
stream.
museum?
Something of a heist. What? Yes, it's. You get to keep all the money you earn.
Can't cross
Hold
the
on a
streams,
second.
Jason.
I have somehow doubled our.
Great. You know
Oh
which
no. What hath happened?
Well, I was trying to fix something in the chat settings, and then it's like opened up a preview screen that I can't see.
Oh no.
What hath happened?
Well, I was trying to fix something in the chat settings, and then it's like opened up a preview.
Oh no.
Happened?
Well, I was trying to fix something in the chat settings, and then it's like yeah, okay. That's muted now. All right, you could carry on while I fix this.
Okay.
All right.
So he's like, well, see, it's a little something being curated by a Jan of the Jedi Temple.
Oh.
It's not a Jedi museum, but she decided, I guess, rumor is, she's decided to get into curation and looking for artifacts of that nature. Possibly Jedi, possibly not.
Okay.
So you may have to, I don't know. I mean, I assume you're on good terms with the Jedi, as you are friends with them. This should be easy for you, no?
Okay. All right.
Okay. I'm glad we have a deal.
Yep, we've got an understanding. I'll do what I can.
Sounds good. Also,
Oh, there's more.
I want that Mandalorian's armor.
I'll see what I can do. Specifically, that Mandalorian's armor.
Yes.
All right.
But not to metagame, but I do need to add, if that happens, there will be great animosity between our characters.
There will be some problems. I am aware.
Okay.
I am very aware of all of this.
Okay. I don't want a metagamer tell you how to play your
Nope,
character.
nope. Trust me, Trash is very aware of the risks.
Okay.
Just figuring out the options. That's why I asked. That Mandalorian's armor, just to be sure, for future reference.
And like me, Jason, the player, would find that tremendously interesting, but our characters will be,
that would be yes. Yeah, I feel like both Kira and Kiran would have
It's like
feelings.
how to start a blood feud would be the title of this episode.
They'd have some feelings. And I'm aware of those feelings. Trash is very aware of those feelings.
Okay. So cutting back to now that the Jedi party is back, cutting back to the temple on Breldoon.
Always hydrate, kids.
Hydration is important. Speaking of which, at some point I have to go get water soon. But so you arrive at the temple. Solana is she pulls you all into her office and looks at Kira and Kieran and is like, we're going to need to research what happened to Kieran. Obviously, we won't do anything that you don't want to do or don't feel comfortable with, but we need to find out more. And since you haven't seemingly disappeared like the others, this feels like you're our best hope to figure out what they're doing. Especially because it's not like everybody else. I can see and feel everybody through the Force because the Force connects all living things. You're just gone.
Well, that was our experience when we encountered members of this group before, is that they were just an emptiness, not even a regular person. And if I can be part of figuring out why that is and how to help someone else, then that's what I want to do.
Have you found out anything about the people that we brought in before we left?
They all disappeared.
All of them?
Yes, it seems like a failsafe. I can't quite figure out what it is, but it's almost like in the event you're captured, you do this. It's very unsettling. The most I got out of them was something about equalizing and wanting to eradicate the Force.
That's nothing. That would wipe out the whole galaxy.
Yes, it's very concerning. I can't quite. Obviously, we don't know who's in charge of them. Unless it's something you found on Moraband. Just kind of.
Well, we can look at what we found. I'd like to be part of the research team, and I think we really need to have Kira as part of that team as well. She knows more about it than most of us. She's been hands-on with a lot of the discovery there.
Yes, and she looks at Kira and kind of sighs. Your help would be invaluable, but I am a little concerned. Not because of you, Kira, you've been a wonderful, wonderful help in the past. There is a dark aura around you, and I am concerned.
Well, we went through a lot of shit.
Yes, and yet this aura is not around Shio. Or even Dian, who I've already debriefed.
Look,
And
I'm not going to try to speculate on what Shio and Dian experienced, but I will tell you that the bond that I feel for Kieran is beyond anything else, and I will do anything for him. But if you try to stop me from helping him, you're making a mistake.
I have no intention of stopping you from helping your brother. We study the dark side here at the temple, but it takes a certain fortitude. And I'm not saying that you don't have it, just saying that you have not been trained in it.
And it sounds like it's time for a crash course.
Yes, I fear that must be necessary. And Kira, a word of advice. The dark side is not inherently... None of the force is inherently good or evil. The dark and the light, it's all part of nature. But when not used correctly or understood, it has a way of corrupting. And we're not quite sure. This is why we study it. We're not quite sure why it does that. So we will put you on the research team. But please, do not lean too heavily onto whatever it is it promises. There is a right way and there is an easy way, and the dark side almost always presents the easy way.
Nothing about any of this has been easy.
I didn't say what you've been through was easy. I'm making no judgment on that. I don't have siblings. I don't know what this is like. I'm not going to pretend to. But be careful.
I understand.
Thank you.
And at that point, I'm actually just gonna volunteer that we may have, like, we obviously found someone who was seriously powerful.
Okay.
And he was using a giant kyber crystal for something really bad.
The kyber crystal.
Yay, good faith gestures.
It's a lot of smiles and is definitely proud. I mean, you're like her babies. You're all younger than she is, so she's kind of like, oh, yay, my 20-year-old children. But she's like, that is concerning and sounds like, well, frankly, a Sith Lord. Which is why we will need you to be studying this. Kira and Kieran, you are free to go to your quarters and rest. But Kira, and I am trusting you to please deliver your artifacts to the team. You're still going to be included. You'll still be a part of the research. A break might be good for all of us. And she kind of gives you a look of like, I'm trusting you to deliver these on your own. but like you're not connected to the force, but even you can feel the energy of if you don't, things are gonna go wrong.
The threat doesn't need the force to sense.
No. Solana's trying because she doesn't want another trash running away situation, but she's also like, bitch, please.
I'm just, I'm gonna look at Karen and for some reassurance here. Can't hear you.
Oh no.
Oh, yeah, well, that's what I was thinking. And sorry, you're going to look at Kieran and what?
For some reassurance here.
Oh, yeah. And Kieran's like, yeah, let's drop that off. I can also, I can requisition some, like, basic armor. I assume the temple has some jetpacks laying around. I feel weird in it. Like, I'm actually pretty annoyed with trash right now. So
we're gonna get your armor back. That was not okay.
Yeah, but I feel like I might need armor to get my armor back, and I'm like, well, let's go drop your thing off, and then we could go buy the requisitions, and then go.
Yeah, I'll help you pick out a new jetpack, and we can tune it together.
Yeah.
If you want.
Okay.
If you want.
No, I could use some help with it. I'm still pretty new with it, so that's. I know I should have practiced when we were little. I just didn't seem that important at the time. I was like, when am I ever gonna need this?
You were kind of busy reading everything.
I do know how to dismantle it and put it back together. That's something, right?
It's a good start.
Okay.
Solana laughs because you're doing this all in her office right now. But she's like,
sorry. I kind of thought that conversation was happening like on our way out.
Okay.
It was one of those little like just segue things.
Oh, sure. Yeah. On our way out the door. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. So you leave. You're going to requisition a new jetpack and some armor, which the temple. Obviously, it's not Beskar. It's not a Beskar outlet, so it's not going to be great.
I imagine it's like ill-fitting old stormtrooper armor, like that kind of material, that plasteel.
It's a little harder. I mean, the Jedi don't want you to die.
Yeah.
So it's a little better than
the
that.
The Temple Guardians have some decent armor laying around, I'm sure.
Yeah, you don't get the Guardian armor.
Well, I know, but like they're, training armor or what, they gotta have something.
No, they do have it. It's not as commonly used because Jedi, but they have some. And they have some jetpacks. I mean, there's other Mandalorians in the temple, so armor and jetpacks aren't uncommon. They're just not as good as if you were to get a Mandalorian specific one.
I'm picturing a set of armor with in Sharpie Kenobi written on the inside tag of your clothes when you're going to summer camp,
Yep. Yep. But yeah, you're able to get that. The Sith research team is kind of in a weird wing of the temple, but that's kind of closed off, and you need it has a guard basically to it. It's kind of like a biohazard area almost. It's lots of layers of getting in, lots of debriefing, and so when you get there, there's a guard who's just kind of immediately checks the data pad for your names, sees that it's on there, sees that you're bringing in 2 holocrons or 1 holocron and a key. The other holocron's still a Shio. And is starts putting in a bunch of codes, and this door kind of very elaborately opens. It has the pieces, and it kind of spiral opens almost. And then he kind of motions for you to go through. And then you have to meet with another guard. It's a very arduous process getting into here. And then eventually you get to a drop box almost. And you're able to drop it off. And then kind of also meet the research team for the first time. Because you've not met these people because they are usually very isolated. So Shio, what are you... Solana has not dismissed you from her office. What are you,
Yeah, once they leave, and I'm sure they're far enough away. Master, I understand your reasoning for keeping Kira and Kieran together and having them help with this research. But I still have concerns about Kira. She's not been the same since we found that holocron. And the fact that she kept the key and the second holocron a secret from everybody makes me concerned that she's still under its effects. Can you be certain that she'll give them over freely?
Well, I have to trust her on this. And I feel the only way to get her from the temptation of the dark side is to remind her that we are here and that we do trust her and we trust her judgment.
She said she'd do anything to protect her brother, but it was her foolhardy action on Moraband that led him to his fate.
Yes, well, it seems she forgets that while she will do anything to protect him, he will do anything to protect her.
Master, I'm sorry I failed. Perhaps I'm not ready. Perhaps it was too soon to take on a Padawan. Maybe I'm not ready to lead a team.
Well, this is the first mission this has happened. You've been doing this for some time, have you not?
I have, but there are failures, and then there are catastrophic failures. One member of my team has gone missing. Another has lost his ability to connect to the Force. A third has fallen under the spell of the dark side. I can't imagine this going any worse, aside from all of us showing up dead.
Shia, while I trust that you report to me and trust that you tell me things, was there a moment among your team where they ever actually deemed you the leader? Or do you just feel like you are the leader?
I felt a responsibility. A responsibility to my Padawan, and because of his connection to his sister, a responsibility to her. Because of my past friendship with Trash, a responsibility to him. A responsibility to you, a responsibility to the temple. Someone had to take up the mantle.
They are your friends. They are your loved ones. Yes, you are responsible for Kieran, but at the end of the day, they are all people who make their own choices. You can't take responsibility for their actions. I never put you on the team to be the leader. Yes, like I said, you report to me as a member of this temple. So I trust that you will tell me what's going on and report to me as needed, but if Kira messes up, if Kieran messes up, if Trash messes up, they will get reprimanded, they will get punished, not you. Because you are not in charge of them, you are not responsible for their actions. I am glad that you care and want to help them, but there's only so much you can do. You cannot control the thoughts or feelings of others.
I know.
And
but I want to.
Yeah, you should not wish that you can.
I understand, Master.
And I would not have given you a Padawan if you were not ready.
How can I help?
Well, I need to know everything. I need to know what's going on with Trash. I need to understand as much as possible, but the main thing we have to be on guard for is it seems like we have another Sith Lord on the rise. Which hasn't happened since Kylo Ren.
Do you think
You
these
call
children
him.
of the void are associated with the Sith?
I don't.
The Sith would have just as much to lose from a disconnection to the Force as we would.
Yes, that's why it concerns me, but this process with the Kyber crystal, did you witness?
I did. Parts of it, at least. I was admittedly more concerned on getting Kieran away from them, so I wasn't paying too close attention to the ritual itself. But I'll tell you all I can.
Well, first of all, did this very powerful person still seem to have a connection to the Force on their own?
I don't remember.
Yes.
Oh,
They-
yeah, absolutely he did. Mm-hmm.
Yes. They were using the Force. And when they set up the crystal and things, I'm trying to remember if you would have seen how they were stripping. So they were using the crystal to strip Kieran of the Force.
Right.
That much you can kind of infer. Well, guess you wouldn't have seen that. Never mind. You don't know this. Never mind.
Yeah,
You
I will
know-
fully admit, if we're judging whether or not Chio noticed anything, if it didn't have anything to do with the battle tactics of the situation, of how to extract Kieran physically from the location, it probably would have gone missing.
Okay.
Because that's what he was focusing on, and that's where his strengths lie.
So Solana's like, so they're following a Force user, talking about destroying the Force, and seemingly willingly giving themselves to this person.
If you'll pardon the slightly insensitive turn of phrase, perhaps it's a case of, in the world of the blind, the one-eyed man is king. Perhaps this Sith is wanting to eliminate the connection to the Force from everybody, so he remains the sole person connected, and thus has power over others.
Yes, that does seem to be the concern here. We will have to do some more research, but that seems like the most likely. I forgot this person's name. I realized, I was like, I forgot a very important detail right now. But all right, well, we will have to, through Kieran and Kira and through the holocron, which I assume you have.
Yes, right here, Master.
Thank you. I will take this to the research team myself. For now, it seems you all could use a rest.
Thank you, Master. Before I go, just not trying to take responsibility for his actions, but just curious. What are we going to do about Trash?
Oh, well, I'm going to send a very specialized team to hunt him down.
Perhaps Kira has a way of tracking him through Kieran's armor. If his armor is still on board the ship, there's a good chance that we might be able to pinpoint his location.
I will let you talk to Kira and Kieran about that and see if they are open to that plan. But I would much appreciate that.
Of course, Master. Thank you.
Of course. Now everybody go get rest.
May the Force be with you.
May the Force be with you. I forgot the other half.
And with your
But yeah.
spirit.
So she sends you on your way. You are all kind of free to go to your quarters, rest. Kira and Kieran, you meet this Sith research team, the dark side research team. And their leader is a very kind of spacey, strange, older, what are they called? I'm forgetting all my Star Wars knowledge today, apparently. And I'm now trying to remember what he's called. But yeah, it's just like a strange older alien and very, very spacey. Very, very does not know what's going on, but very, very smart. And then the rest of the team is all like,
Can it be a
They are
Syrian?
really- huh?
Could it be a Syrian? C-E-R, the
Yes.
like kind of, is that the
Kaya
like,
Mundi.
yeah, Conehead type of thing?
Sure.
Okay,
That wasn't what I was picturing, but sure.
I'll find a picture.
Yeah, no, I know what they are. Kiadi Mundi. But yeah, so yeah, it's a Syrian, and he's just kind of like one moment talking about everything they know, and the next kind of just wandering, and you're kind of like, wait, come back. But they all seem kind of like that. Some are more detached, some are quieter, more detached, some are spacey, some are a little more cognizant. But there's one who's kind of newer to the team who kind of turns to Kira and is just a human. And is like, I have been told that I have to instruct you on kind of some mental blocks and protections from the dark side.
Yeah, I apparently could use a crash course.
She's very kind of stern looking, has dark hair, a darker complexion, is just kind of like, okay, come with me. And motions for Kieran to kind of stay put. And kind of goes like, you stay with them. They could use some organization.
Okay.
And she was like, the fact that you are not connected to the Force might actually help you. And kind of looks at you and then looks at Kira and is like, that was a joke.
Okay.
And
I love them already.
Pulls Kira into like another kind of training room area and looks her over and is like, yes, you have definitely been touched by the dark side. It's very obvious.
So I keep hearing.
Oh, don't worry about it too much. It's a fact of life. Everyone has it now and then. Happiness, depression, life, death. It's all one of the same cycle.
Yeah, like there's like an odd look on Kira's face. Like it's literally the first time she's been hearing about this without all the oh, you've been touched by the dark side, you're evil, like all those connotations. And it's this idea, it's like, oh.
That is what we do here. We train to make sure that we fall neither towards too far light, too far dark. It's exhausting, but it can be done. And for you because you're not a Force user, the mental blocks and protections will be a little different. Doesn't mean she's like, that doesn't mean you can't do them. It's just different practices, different ways of doing things. And honestly, you're lucky. It's much more exhausting if you're a Force user.
Well, I'm used to tailoring exercises for my brother.
Yes. She was like, oh, I imagine that is different. So first of all, what draws you to this power? Why do you want it? Why do you like it?
I want to protect the people I love. I want to protect Kieran specifically.
Yes, but why do you need it to do it? To do that, you're a perfectly capable warrior.
Obviously not good enough.
Yes, why do you feel that way?
Because every time I thought about helping, every time I have a idea, anything, because I don't have a connection to the Force, it doesn't matter as much. It doesn't have as much weight. When I go on these missions, these places, we all go together and we're all part of the team, except Except nothing matters if I can't sense it through the Force. I just want to help. I just want to help.
Yes, you can. Once again, you are a better fighter and more capable warrior than your brother, and he has the Force, does he not?
Not anymore.
Well, yes, sorry. I forgot. But yes, he did. And you were still better at fighting, still better at. I've seen him use a jackpad. You're better. You may not have seen me around the temple, but I do wander occasionally.
I'm glad they don't keep you all locked up in here, I guess.
Some of us prefer to stay down here because, like I said, it's exhausting and it takes a certain toll on you to be completely gray and neutral all the time.
I'm used to discipline.
Yes. So, part of this is you seem to think you're not good enough, which is inaccurate and a false statement. So, you need to remember that you are good enough. Also, everyone has a connection to the Force. It's natural. You just can't move things with your mind. Who cares? Here, spar with me. I'm sure you're a better warrior than I, but I have supernatural reflexes.
Okay.
She gets into a sparring stance. No weapons.
Okay. Yeah. Confused, but I'll do the thing.
So you two, I'm going to cut away from you, but you two start sparring. This is now my favorite character to play because she's so no nonsense. I kind of
love her so much.
So, Trash, you have been instructed by Reyes to infiltrate an upcoming museum curation by Jan. It's not for a couple days, so you have some time to plan.
Oh, good.
How you're going to deal with Jedi right now.
Yeah.
But you have some time to plan. You have some time to think about this. You've been given the museum is up on the top level of Coruscant. It's not at the temple. It's at a little gallery that is kind of the Jedi Temple partners with a lot. And she's looking for artifacts of all shapes, sizes to kind of detail the history of the Sith and the Jedi, and is really excited about it. But you have to.
She definitely knows me from the temple.
Yes.
And she's likely in contact with the temple.
Yes. I mean, she's still a member of the Jedi Order.
I'm just trying to figure out what information she has going into this.
She's in contact with the Order, but you don't know how much this temple is aware.
Right. I don't know if she's gotten the latest updates.
Yeah.
Cool. Is there... So I'm going to go down to level 1313 and start... I'm going to try to find a seedy bar.
Lots of those.
Yep. And start trying to find this Mandalorian.
Okay.
Because I figure if I can find the Mandalorian, the point here is to find the Mandalorian. If I can find the Mandalorian while avoiding Jan, that would be good.
Yes. But Jan also has the credits to pay for the stuff. So you definitely hear some hearsay here and there in the CD bars of a Mandalorian coming through, and starting some bar fights and kind of. You've definitely heard you know they hang out around 1313,
Mm-hmm.
and they have been boasting about some stuff they've found and how much money it's going to make them and how they ripped off a hut.
All right. Does Kieran's armor fit me at all?
Kieran, I don't know your body type differences. I know Kieran is shorter, Tom Hollandy build.
Yeah. Yeah, he's like like a 5'9", wiry athlete.
Yeah. I'm definitely bigger than that. I don't need to put the whole thing on.
You could probably get the chest plate.
I think I can rig up the chest plate.
It's the skinny jeans that aren't gonna work.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. Yeah, I just need to rig up the chest plate and sort of cover it, because the word that I want to put out on the street is I have come across some interesting artifacts that would be of interest and value to the Jedi, but I am not interested in Jedi entanglements. And so if I could get someone to serve as a go-between, that would be great, but only someone that I feel like I can trust. And that is when I sort of let my jacket open to show a little bit of the Mandalorian armor.
Okay. You may even be able to wear the helmet. It just might be difficult with the Leku.
Oh yeah, I don't think that would work.
I'm not going to try that. That's too weird. But just sort of just trying to put it out there where my allegiances lie.
Okay.
And that I've got some very potentially valuable artifacts, and I am willing to cut in someone who is more comfortable walking it into the Jedi temple or into a Jedi area.
Okay. You're at the bar and you kind of are talking to another person who's kind of a smuggler. Not a smuggler. They'll say this is one of your smuggler contacts from kind of the underground.
Right.
And they're like, I got you. I know exactly what you need. And they kind of smirk and like, give me another day. You have, like I said, you have a few days before this museum opening. And they're like, I can get you in touch.
Cool.
But it's gonna cost you a little bit of credits, Trash. You know the rules.
I understand. Listen, the stuff that I have is so good. I think we'll all be very happy at the end.
I mean, I'll take it. I don't need a ton. I just, like to live up top for a little bit.
Yeah, don't we all? But it's important to me that that we sell this stuff first.
All right, I will.
And then we gotta get a price.
I will get you in contact with this person, but remember, I know how to hunt you down if you don't pay me.
Am I just gonna run out on my debts?
You kind of get a laugh.
I was just gonna
and then, like, throws back a drink. And it's like, oh, Trash, I missed you, buddy.
Tell that to Conja Club.
And is like, this round's on me, and pays for your drink. And then
thank you.
Runs out the bar.
Great.
What is Shio doing?
Shio went back to his cell and or room or whatever you want to call them on Roldoon. And
Bedroom?
Sure.
Studio apartment, really.
I'll take a studio apartment.
Jedi Knights gets you get a decent deal.
He went back and is trying to meditate on what Master Solana said about letting go of taking responsibility for other people's actions. Trying, at least. But that's kind of his main focus, is trying to like recenter himself and take her lesson to heart. Because he's been, by doing that, not trying to micromanage Kieran and Kira in their research, but when he's done meditating, he's going to send them a message, just a casual message. We should talk about trash.
Yeah, that's fair.
We should trash talk.
Yeah. Also,
I'm
yes.
totally up for that all the time.
But like, he like belabored himself, making sure it didn't sound like an order. It didn't sound like he was making it mandatory. Just play casual. Just play cool. Just be cool.
Did you put like 3 exclamation points and a smiley face on the end of it?
He put an exclamation point at first, and that was too forward, and then put a period. And like, no, that's too flat. They won't understand what I'm saying.
Too cold.
Considers the smiley face like, well, they're not going to take him serious.
Ellipses.
Yeah, ellipses. Exactly that. Exactly the ellipses.
Okay. Kira, roll me some. Just roll me your best stat.
Okay. I got a 8 plus 2 is a 10. Prowess is my best stat. And yay, doubles.
You are able to get a good best of 5 on her. I need to name this character, but I love her. You're able to get a good best of 5 and kind of take her down a few times. And she's like, see, perfectly capable warrior, perfectly capable of protecting people. So why do you feel like things are out of your control?
Look around. Everything is out of our control. There are people out there that are taking over planets and ripping people out of the Force and ripping the Force out of people.
Yes.
And we got sent to find this artifact and find like these. We had to track down this person, and her whole planet was basically taken over, and no one seemed to have noticed.
We noticed. That is why we sent you.
And then it's a lot, and it's one thing to be good with, and it's one thing to be good with a blaster and be able to blow things up, and it's another thing to, I don't know, control things with your mind.
The Force is not about controlling things with your mind. Yes, I can make a rock levitate. Great. I could force persuade a weak-willed person, but that is... It neither helps nor hinders. It's just a skill.
It sounds kind of gross, to be honest.
Yeah, it's not a preferred skill. Here's the thing. These are all factors that are out of your control. These are all things that we can only do so much about. And we are doing what we can. We are researching the artifacts. We are trying to figure out the person's motives and the person's goals. And we are sending elite warriors to obtain those things and to eventually stop this person, one of which you are. At the end of the day, all you can do is what you are already doing. So why rely on an outside force that is probably only going to do more harm than good right now?
I'm so scared. I'm scared. I mean, Kieran was getting further and further away from me. And then I almost lost him. And I'm so scared that it's going to happen again. Trash is gone. He stole Kieran's armor.
Yes, that is concerning. But Trash is on a different path than all of us at the moment. And while it's a bummer.
Old are you?
Classic Breldune phrase.
She looks like she's like 24, 25. Like, she's not super old, but she's a very serious person. At the end of the day, once again, you can't control what Trash does. And as for Kieran, the story I was given was that he followed you into the temple because you went in alone. And your brother, much like you, will do anything to protect you. Is that true?
Yeah.
So maybe you should start talking to each other more.
That doesn't sound right. I don't think that doesn't make any sense.
There's got to be another way.
Are you saying that our problem has been communication?
You just got sent to therapy. That's just what's happened.
The real problem is the
100%.
communication we didn't have along the way.
And she kind of is like, a lot of understanding how to deny the temptations of light and dark is to understand what you are capable of, and to understand who you are, and to be assured, honestly, to be sure of yourself. You were unsure of yourself, so you let the dark side in, which is natural. It happens to everybody. Everybody is capable of this. Everybody has emotions. Everybody has feelings. It happens. Even I have feelings sometimes.
I would hope so.
But
I guess in a way it was easier to just keep going with it after I thought they'd written me off.
yes, but they are your friends, aren't they?
Yeah.
Then, if you feel they've written you off, ask.
You're big on this whole talking thing, huh?
It seems to work. She kind of stares at you very bluntly. And there's no expression on her face as she says any of this. She's just kind of like very matter-of-factly stating all of this to you. And she's like,
How does that help me in the research?
remember that the things we talk to, the things we deal with here, are going to try to make you feel unsure of yourself. They are going to try to manipulate you, talk to you, figure out what you want and how to give it to you in the easiest and fastest way possible. You need to remember who you are and why you are here. And you need to remember who to trust and who your friends are. Otherwise, it will tempt you and it will get the better of you. And then, yes, we might start seeing the classic good and evil. The light side is not inherently better, but it is calmer, so to speak. The dark side riles up insecurity. It preys on uncertainty. It preys on feeling like you want to control everything when you can't.
Yeah, I can see that.
Take Master Vader, for example.
Oh god, not another Vader talk.
Or his terrible grandson. Or any of the Sith Lords, really. They all felt powerless. They all felt like they could do more. Darth Revan wanted to stop the Mandalorians from taking over planets and thought that it was the Jedi's place to do so and took matters into their own hands. the Darth Vader wanted to help those he loved and, well, wanted to stop them from dying, which is a natural part of existence. A terrible one, but a natural one. Every time it's something they can't control and something they feel like they should be able to control. Because we have magic powers. But that is not how the Force works. And it giveth and taketh. If you were to bring something back to life, you have to take away something.
Y'all can bring things back from the dead?
You shouldn't. It will kill you. Or something. It will kill something. Doesn't have to be you. But are you okay killing something to bring something back? Balance. The Force just does. It is constantly going. We are merely its vessels.
Okay.
So.
Sounds like I have some conversations to have.
It does. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go do some lightsaber practice. I've learned some really cool new forms. And she kind of wanders off and leads you back. Like, she kind of leads you back through the hall and then goes her own way. And Kieran is out there with the research team trying to wrangle kittens.
But you're so good at it.
What you both get your message? We need to talk about trash.
Yeah, okay. Well, if Kira, do you want to should we go talk to Shio now, or do you need a minute, or what do you want to do?
Yeah, I guess let's go talk to Shio.
Okay. Is there I mean, I don't want to ask what you all talked about, but is there anything you want to talk about, or?
I think honestly, I don't know if I can right now.
Yeah,
I do
okay.
want to. I want to talk to you, but it's hard. It's hard.
There's no rush. And it was a conversation for you. It doesn't have to be for me. That's okay too.
No, I mean there's definitely a conversation we need to have.
Okay.
But I think this talking to Shio is going to have to come first.
Okay. So yeah, we'll just be Shio's calm and back. Where should we meet up, Shio?
The Kuiper Club, a regular table.
Okay, we'll see you there.
All right. So I'm gonna do this, and then we'll cut back to Trash because time will have to pass for Trash to meet up with the Mandalorian. You go to the Kyber Club, and Gemma sees you and is like, "Master Shio, it's been a while." I forgot her voice.
Yeah, been off world handling some business, and I'm glad to be back. Is our table available?
They smile at you and are like, "Yeah, no very important customers here today," and brings you over.
Good. We'll try to behave ourselves.
I would like you to, but I know that I don't always get my way.
Well, we will do our best.
They bring you this is on the house, and brings you a drink and kind of wanders off.
Can I do a quick retcon?
Sure.
That as we're leaving the study area of this place, that there's This is like a BD unit and mostly in pieces. I'm like, hey, is anyone working on this? And
And
it's
they
just
all
been,
kind of shrug.
yeah.
Nah.
Okay. Just like, whoop, put it into a bag or something. I don't know. This
Yeah.
is my project now.
You're able to take those pieces. None of the research team cares. They're like, I don't know, it was found on a off-world somewhere near a temple.
Yep. Okay. I'll put it back together. I need a project. I need something I can fix.
Oh,
That's the
what a
line.
mood.
That's the
Kirby
line.
objected very strenuously to that.
So yeah, you all arrive at the Kyber Club. Gemma gives you all a round on the house and kind of wanders off. But you're all there and able to talk to each other.
How are you both doing?
I don't know.
That's a fair answer considering all you've been through. How's the research going? I know you've just started, but any preliminary breakthroughs?
Not on my end, but I was mostly doing some logistics with the team. Kira, was there anything you came across?
I'm kind of in remedial shield training. But yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just going to take more time.
Sure, but I'm sure with you two helping, they'll figure it out in no time.
Yeah, I hope so.
Me too.
Did you say you had some information on trash?
Well, information not yet, but I feel like I don't know. I feel like and he does that in character in actual play because he's almost gonna say like, I feel we have a responsibility, and it was like, he's our friend, and whatever he's going through, I feel like we should help him get through it. And I think maybe we might be the only ones who can.
I don't know if we can objectively say he's our friend.
He was our friend.
And I'm not willing to rule that out, but it's sort of a waveform that we're waiting for it to collapse and see whether he is or isn't, because it depends on the decisions he's made since leaving.
Of course. But we don't know what those decisions are yet. And we shouldn't judge him for things he may not have done until he does them.
I agree, but I'm just leaving that potentiality in the balance.
Understandable.
Awesome.
I had a thought that maybe, since, not to bring up a sore subject, since he does have your armor on board the ship, perhaps there's a way, Kira, do you have a way of tracking that? Maybe we can find out where he went.
Yeah, I could try. I think I'd probably have to be a little closer than another, planet.
Sure.
Yeah, I
Just
mean
a thought.
It's like tracking's not magic.
the Find My Sib app works pretty well when in close range, but
I mean, it's like technically all our comms are heed to each other's. 'Cause
Provided his is still on and hasn't been destroyed.
I
Okay.
don't think he would have. I don't.
No, I didn't mean
know-
your armor. I meant his actual comm. Kieran.
Okay.
I don't think he would have done that.
I mean, I'm prepared also for the possibility that it was broken up for parts. I'm prepared for the possibility that Trash ran because he was afraid and is hoping to make things right. Both of those things hang in the balance.
I think I understand a little bit more of like where Trash is coming from, or where he has been coming from, and assuming the worst isn't going to help him, and constantly bringing up the worst that he could have done is definitely not going to help.
Yeah. Okay.
Sure.
So, a little trust. It's been strained, yeah, but writing him off feels
Well-
like the wrong move.
Thank you.
I
Thank you.
sorry if I gave the impression I'd written him off. I am preparing myself because in the worst case, my disappointment will be tremendous, and I don't want to be caught by surprise.
I'm straight gonna turn to you, and it's like, if the worst has happened, there is no place in any galaxy that will save him.
And that's all. I didn't mean I was assuming that happened. But thank you. Yeah, that's all. I was preparing myself mentally.
So,
Okay.
but
Let's
yeah, if we can
yeah.
try to figure out where he went, then I can try to track the armor. But I think that I'm gonna need to do some work here first.
Of course. All right. We all traveled with Trash for a long time. Like, despite the most recent events, he has been our friend. We know him. We know his MO. So if we were Trash and we did what we just did, where would we go?
Somewhere where he knows people
Mm-hmm.
and could lay low for a minute.
And where he could get the most return, he needs a hut.
And he probably wouldn't go to... Shoot, what's our hut on Broldoon called?
Kagatha.
So he probably wouldn't go to Kagatha. I imagine he'd want to leave Broldoon.
Okay. So we should start looking at planets with known hut activity in the nearby area.
Sure. Isn't there a moon base around Nalhutta? I forget what it's called.
Nar Shaddaa?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I've heard of it. I've never been. It sounds really neat, really, from what I've read.
Well, Nar Shaddaa in the past has served as a kind of hub for much hut activity. It's kind of the hut's out-facing port for all other creatures. It's their playground. But I mean, you know all this. You read about this. You know this.
Well, and there's talk about it in various Mandalorians. I mean, there are a lot of bounty hunting contacts there, and it's not something I've really participated in yet. But I don't know. That's
But it's
one.
not a bad starting place. Yeah. At the very least, we might get some word about where he actually is if he didn't head over there.
Okay then. I like this plan, and I think while you two do some research, maybe I could try to get some information, try to get some, some reconnaissance from any of our contacts out there. And that we won't go in blind.
Yeah.
How does that sound?
That's as good a place to start as any. I mean, huts are everywhere, but if there's any sort of hub that would be more efficient, that would be it, I think.
And there isn't a lot of Jedi activity on Nar Shaddaa. It's in hut space, and well, Kagatha seems pretty favorable with the Jedi. It hasn't usually been the case, so it would make the most sense that would be a good haven for him to head to.
And it might stand out if he was, trying to make contacts to move a Sith artifact or something.
All right, then. Can I get you another drink?
Yes.
Great. And I'm going to go to the bar and get another drink. Slightly relieved that they're not just leaving after our business was done. Like, maybe we can salvage these friendships.
So while you're having a drink, Trash, are you staying on the ship, or are you like...
Yep. Been staying on the ship.
Okay. So when you're on the ship, you suddenly hear like banging from outside, like a clank, clank, clank.
With the trolley?
Ding, ding, ding went the bell. Is there an external camera?
Yeah.
Not opening the door.
Yeah. So you see there is a tallish Mandalorian standing outside.
Cool. Well, first I put Kieran's armor back. My hypocrisy knows some bounds. And I... well, no, don't open the door. Jesus. These are shady underworld people. I'm not an asshole. I activate the sort of external speaker. I'm like, what do you want?
Heard you had some goods. Looking to sell.
Maybe I do. Maybe I don't.
Well, I got the means to sell. That's what you're looking for.
All right. Back up, and I'll be right out.
Mandalorian backs up.
All right. So I go and I grab some of the artifacts, not the holocron, and hang on to that for a little bit, but things that look, valuable and interesting, of note. And I am gonna go outside to meet with this Mandalorian.
All right. They are tall.
Mm-hmm.
About 6'3". Like, they're a tall person.
Mm-hmm.
They're not taking off their helmet.
Wouldn't expect them to.
And they are kind of standing there and they're like looking over your goods and they're like, you got some pretty okay stuff here. We'll definitely sell, but you got anything, how do I put this? More mystical.
Maybe I do. Maybe I don't. Maybe we see how this goes. And if I like my cut and I like how we interact, we can talk about it.
You hear like a like a laugh and kind of looks you up and down. He's like, all right, I like the way you think. This will definitely sell. The museum will take it, but let's just say anything, if you do have it, would sell for a prettier penny.
Again, I am not against that. I definitely like pretty pennies and shiny things, obviously. But I don't know you. And I'm obviously taking a big risk here.
He starts sifting through pretty credit, Jason. And kind of starts sifting through and is like looking through it, and he's like starts picking out a couple artifacts.
Mm-hmm.
They seem kind of random, but they're different metal goods.
Mm-hmm.
And he kind of sets these aside, and he's like, I'll buy these from you. I'll sell the rest.
Okay.
And he immediately pulls out a credit stick and is like, here you go.
Great. Excellent. Then come back here with the rest, with my cut of everything else you sell, and then we'll see how it goes.
Sounds good to me, partner. And puts out a hand.
I shake it, partner.
Cool. And you notice, though, something you do notice is his armor is a little shinier, a little bit. It's not quite what you've seen with Kieran and Kira.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like not all of it, but parts of it look almost like they're probably pure Beskar. Like this person is.
That is tempting. All right.
And he grabs the stuff. He starts putting it in a crate
Mm-hmm.
on the grab lock and starts boarding it onto his ship. And is like, "Nice doing business with you." Though I have to ask, why not just sell us yourself? And why the middleman?
Yeah, I don't want to. Is all you need to know.
Fair enough. He kind of shrugs, like, make more money selling it yourself, and kind of puts on his ship,
Mm-hmm.
and then comes back for the stuff that he bought from you, which are
Mhm.
all noticeably like a shiny silver color and all
Cool.
they kind of match the armor.
Yeah.
Puts it all on a ship and is like, I'll let you know how this goes. That the Jedi girl seems real enthusiastic about it.
All right. Well, just remember, I definitely have some things that are going to be of interest to various sellers.
Well, that's good to know.
So just
Mandalorian. There's a kind of shrugs for a second. He's like, that more mystical stuff?
Mm-hmm.
That's for a Mandalorian buyer, not a Jedi buyer.
Interesting. Very interesting.
And kind of shrugs and puts it on the ship and is like, I will see you tomorrow, partner, with the
All
money.
right. See you tomorrow.
And flies off. So as Mandalorian.
I return on my ship and start trying to rig up some sort of stun situation.
Good to know. Roll.
You gonna try to catch a Mandalorian?
I am 100% gonna try to catch a Mandalorian all by myself.
This is
Catch a Mandalorian, put him in your pocket.
Who has supercharged armor?
Yep.
Yeah. There's a reason Reyes wants that armor. Let me see what move I want to make you do. You are... give me... Give me a weird roll, just to see.
I am going to give you a weird roll.
okay, but what should he roll?
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Bwap.
Got him.
That is a 13.
All right, yeah, you are totally able to rig up a stun. You are able to, honestly, it's some of the best work you've ever done. You're, really impressed with what you got
Yes.
here. It's a really nice, good stun? Are you gonna do it as like a trap, or are you gonna do it on your like sniper rifle? How are you gonna do this?
It's a trap.
It's a trap. Yeah, I'd like to do it. When lure them onto the ship and then into sort of like that. One of those things. They step on a plate and bing bam boom. They're
Taser
stunned.
web.
Taser web, whatever. Throw them in the brig, fly away.
Okay. Because I've given everyone else a little bit of a longer thing, I'm gonna fast forward in time a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
The Mandalorian returns with your credits as promised, and has seemingly crafted more Beskar armor.
Mm-hmm.
But is like, here you go. Here's your credits.
Excellent. How did the sale go? Everything was fine?
Oh yeah, that lady's real nice. She's a real nice Jedi.
Nice. No unnecessary, no questions, no complications?
Nah, she doesn't care where she gets it from.
Good to know.
Also, I am an archaeologist by profession, so if someone does ask, I got an excuse.
Great.
So,
Great.
how about that other stuff?
Well, why don't you step onto my ship and we'll discuss it.
Oh, we're at seeing each other's ships now, are we?
You've proven yourself. Listen, as far as I know, you could have taken the stuff I gave you and just split. But this was very, very noble and honorable of you to return.
Roll me a sway, someone.
And I am also gonna make use of the voice, because that is something that I picked up. So I'm gonna roll my weird. And that is a 11 with the weird.
We're on
Damn.
fire.
Yeah, you kind of. It's like, all right, let's do this. And it's gonna come on the ship.
Excellent. And I lead them onto the ship and directly into the trap that I have set.
Yeah, this all works because they're fully trusting you at this point. And they are stunned, and you now have a Mandalorian. Are you going to tie this Mandalorian up and throw them somewhere?
Yeah, I'm going to strip as many weapons as I can find.
Yes.
And lock them in, I guess, Dean's room?
That's probably, yeah. So you lock, okay, yeah, you lock them up. Are you going to take the armor off?
It feels so invasive. No, I am not going to take their armor off. That is, again, I have limits. I am not a monster. But I, like I said, neutralize as many of their weapons as possible and tie them as securely as possible. And then, stash them in Dean's room and make my way back to Breldun.
All right. So now you have a Mandalorian, and it's almost 1 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that is where we'll end. And here's a puppy.
Puppy.
What's
Oh,
in the
it's a
box?
pupper.
It's a
Oh,
Mando
buddy.
in the box.
Mando in the box.
We've come full circle. Mando with the
Nobody
box.
wants to play with a Mando in the box.
First, get a box.
There is almost no way that this will turn out terribly.
I can't think of anything that could go wrong with that, so.
Nope.
That's fine.
He's a good boy. He's a good boy. Sorry. Pupper number 2.
Pupper.
Janet has had no interest in coming in to say hi today. It's just,
Aw.
although I know Wendy's cooking, so there's food happening in the kitchen, and I don't rank
Yeah.
over that. So
No.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
I just assumed she could see my face and was like,
she hears your voice. She knows. She's in there.
Alrighty. So, you guys are at the bar trying to repair your friendships a little bit. There's been some Jedi therapy. Trash is coming back to Braldoon. One thing I'm going to answer. After you're done with the bar, the next day, do you go to Nar Shaddaa?
No.
No, I
Not
think we're
yet,
probably
'cause they said they
making
wanna do some
plans and
research.
yeah,
Okay.
we're
Yeah.
getting ready
I just want to make sure.
because that would be hilarious.
Really,
But
really
That'd be great. Soup.
okay.
No, I can't leave. I can't leave my stuff yet.
That's fair. That's fair.
They probably wouldn't let me back in.
No, you're allowed back. You're part of the research team, so you come back in. Alista Star is the name of the Jedi who does your coaching, though. And she's gonna have you come back each day to do a little bit more coaching and therapy and sparring. So you are allowed back in, but you are not currently allowed to touch your stuff yet. They're kind of like doing a decontamination process on it. So yeah. Alrighty, everybody. That has been Star Wars Silence in the Force. Let's go around. Let's have our players tell you who they are, where you can find them, what they're doing right now. And we'll start. We'll go backwards. We'll start with Jason this time.
okay, hi, I'm Jason. The channel is It's Probably Okay. Normally, this is where I'm streaming by myself, but we have this game Saturday mornings. If you're watching this later, it's 10 a.m. Pacific time on Twitch, and then we have the playlist over on YouTube for past episodes. Today was episode 9, so there's plenty of back material there if you want to go after that. Sundays usually are going to be my developer's diary, and we have a special surprise for that coming up. But that's not going to start until Sunday the 21st, because this Sunday, February 14th, Valentine's Day, is our fundraiser for the Trevor Project. And we're going to be playing iHunt, GM'd by our very best moderator, Dorklord Canada, joined by Dicey Amazons and Golden Lasso Girl, Kimmy, our friend Kimmy, Persephoroth, and Quiddy, Abria, who we all know and love. And they're going to be playing iHunt. I can't remember if I said that already. And it's just going to be super fun. It's like a 4-hour one-shot, just speed fundraiser. So come hang out if you can from 1 to 5, I think, is the... Yep, 1 p.m. Pacific time. And... that's going to be super fun. Wednesdays are my permadeath streams where I play games that are real hard and you have to start over if you die. So that's, for some reason, really enjoyable for me. And Fridays are very chill, the complete opposite of Wednesdays, where we have a little 2-screen No Man's Sky setup where we just run around and explore and have fun. So that's me.
Alrighty, Pooja.
Hello. I am Pooja. You can find me on Twitter at LADaisy That's LADESI Girl, and pretty much everywhere else is Forgotten Saves. If you like hot messes, you can listen to me on the 12-Sided Stories actual play podcast, and also hopefully soon returning from hiatus on the Happy Jacks Call of Cthulhu and Vampire 5e games.
All right.
You know, my Happy Jacks games are not related to Jay's Happy Jacks games.
Joey.
Hey guys, I'm Joey. You can find me on the socials at Joey Nestra, because it's my name. You can catch me on the backlog at Happy Jacks RPG along with Pooja on the Vampire FIV game, which is hopefully coming back soon. Crossing fingers. Other than that, this is the only thing I'm currently streaming, but having a lot of fun playing a lot of home games and getting back into D&D, which I haven't played in a long time, which is kind of fun for me.
Awesome.
But that's all I got going on. Back to you, Blythe.
I'm like, was the last time when we played on Happy Jacks for what was it? Dying Embers?
Yeah.
Which is great if you haven't watched it. It's also semi-Star Wars. Jay, where can people find you?
You can find me on the socials at Jay Holtham in all the usual places. You can also find me on 12-Sided Stories, somehow amazingly also a hot mess, and a terrible dice roller. Oh my god, I am the worst.
You deserve that
Uh,
crown. Wear it proudly.
Oh boy. So that generates story. So that's good for everybody else other than me. And also you can find me at times on the Happy Jacks.
All right. I guess it's my turn now? Crap.
Mm.
I am also on Happy Jacks RPGs on Mondays playing Stone Top with Emily Vanderwerf. We've been a little bit off just because life has been, pandemics and things. But we are coming back this Monday, 7 p.m. Wow, I forgot times. 7 p.m. Pacific time, Monday, Happy Jacks RPG. It's great. It's very fun. Stone Top is absolutely delightful, and I really, really want to play more games in it because it's like fantasy light and you're taking care of a town. It's really cute. You can also find me on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch at BlytheColin93. That's BLYTHEKALA93. What else? What else do I do? Did I do anything else? I don't know. I'm really, really tired, y'all. But yeah, I'm very, very happy to have had you here. This has been Star Wars Silence of the Force. I'm very excited to see where the story is going to go. My players are taking it in directions I never thought they would, and I love it, and everyone here is amazing and wonderful, and I am so happy to have you all at my table.
Aww.
Aw, same.
Yeah, this has been really fun. I'm glad we get to keep it going. And I believe we're back next week, right?
Yes.
Just 2 weeks in a row.
What?
Don't say it out loud. You might scare it.
No, nothing can go wrong now. That's guaranteed success. All right, folks, that's it for us today. I am going to set us up to go raid my friend Octavia. She's playing No Man's Sky today, and I'm a big fan of that game, and she is like actually good at it. Like I play a lot of No Man's Sky, but she's actually good at it. So if you want to learn how to get good at the game, you should go watch her. If you just want to watch me fail, that's what my stream is for. How to not play video games is what my stream should be called. But until then, thank you everyone for joining us. We will see you next time. I'm going to go to our pause screen and then join us on that raid, please. That'll be fun. Go say hi for us. Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.